Peace and blessings. You are now tuned in to GraveDigga Football TV, hosted by the youth development practitioner, King Digga.
Welcome to another episode of GraveDigga Football TV. And me, I'm King Digga. Yes, sirski. Right here, right now, GraveDigga Football TV. I got a special guest host today. Hey, yo, brethren, tell them who you are and who you coach for.
White Mike the Great. I coach for Linwood Junior Knights Snoop Youth Football League.
Hey, yo, my man Mike, he's deeply infused into the SYFL, and we're going to get into the business. But before we do, we have a segment called The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly. That's about current events in the sports world. Now, the hottest thing going right now. Are you an NBA fan?
Yeah.
And who's your team?
Lakers.
Oh, you a Laker fan, for sure.
Definitely.
So if I was to pose this question to you, give me your top 5 players ever to play in the NBA. If you had to pick your starting 5, what would that look like?
You have Shaq at center.
Okay, I like Shaq, but I'll go with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I'm going to have Kobe at the shooting guard.
I'm going with Michael Jordan, without question.
I put,
Power forward.
I'm going with Kevin Garnett.
Tim Duncan. All right, now go with your small forward.
I'm going to go with, that's a tough one. I'm going to go with, what's your boy name that's been lighting them up? Is it Luka?
Luka? Well, Luka plays point guard, but okay, you want to go there. I'm going with LeBron James. Now, let me go with your point guard. That's all. That'll be your 5.
That was 5. Let me get, I will go with Jason Kidd.
I'll go with Magic Johnson. So if we was playing 2K, my team would smash your team. For the record. But you know what? All right, I'm not gonna take that from your sports, your mind. I know you were savant when it comes to sports.
I could have said Morant. I could have said anybody, but I'm trying to go,
Okay, for sure. So now let's get into the meat of the get down, the SYFL. Tell the good people out here how long you've been coaching.
I've been coaching about going on 16 seasons.
16 seasons.
I did 12 with Pomona Steelers, under Fly first, and then ended up coaching with Snoop and K-Mac, and then did my own thing for a little while. And then right after that, when the Pomona Steelers, the kids, it wasn't enough kids to sign up any longer, we decided to fold it, and I shot down the LA Rams with Coach Al the Great. From Ogjoff, he came to SYFL, and I went over there with Al, and ended up doing 2 seasons with Al. And then same situation, the kids was a little bit short, so I had to end up going to Linwood, and now I'm at Linwood. So I done did about 3 chapters total in about 16 seasons.
So out of all those chapters, which administration do you feel like was the best, serving the community and the kids the best?
Serving the kids in the community the best, I'm gonna go with Linwood.
Wait a minute, but not Snoop Dogg and all of that
Not the
going
Steelers.
on?
I'm not gonna say, because you said serving the community.
Well, who had the best program?
Okay, now if you're talking about program-wise, winning-wise, Steelers at every level was winning. And don't let me get it twisted. Al's level, Rams done won a few on each level. And Linwood done won a few before I got there.
Linwood in what league?
They won in the Snoop League. They also won in the...
They won in the Snoop League?
I believe they won a Super Bowl.
What level was that?
12, I believe.
I don't recall that, but you might be right, brother.
They done won before we got there. But what I'm saying is, when you talk about community and you talking about what they did for their, people, they're really in the community. Like Linwood's like its own world, low key. Like they're into they know the mayor. They're in tune with the fire department, police department. They know all the schools. Everybody knows everybody. It's kind of like a family thing over there.
Well,
it's a little different.
It's a small community right next to Compton and Paramount and those are the surrounding cities.
Yep.
Without question. So tell me this. What made you want to coach?
Just the love of the game. You know, I couldn't finish off what I was doing. I tried to play. You know, you always think you're gonna do something.
Oh, you played some ball?
Yeah, I played.
Who did you play for?
I played baseball, basketball, and football. I played for Lakewood High. I played for. That's pretty much it. That's where my career ended. Like I went the wrong path. But you know, once you get into sports, you want to continue doing it. If you can't play, you want to coach it or you want to be a part of it. It don't matter if you're a part of the staff or whatever. You just want to still do it because you feel like you cheated yourself.
Right.
If you didn't do it the right way.
Yeah, I had good memories from playing Little League football. I was an Inglewood dude, you feel me? I played 1 year with Gardena. Then I came back to the wood, but really, yeah, my playing days was Inglewood for sure. So tell me this. What do you like the most about coaching? You've been doing it 16 years. There got to be something you like. So if you put something at the top, what do you like the most about coaching?
I like the different kids that I've coached that weren't that good at first, because you get studs right away. They're easy to coach. But the dudes that ain't easy to coach, that's the ones I like. Because then once they get with me, after a year or two, they're a different player. They're a dog. They know what they're doing now. And that makes me feel way better that I turned somebody around that was a little pound puppy and make him into a big dog.
Now that's the nice. What do you like the least about coaching?
The parents.
So what you mean, man? Elaborate.
The parents, man. Out of all my years of doing this, these parents done got out of control. At the time, it was you drop your kid off, let the coach do his thing, let it go. You know, you play for your local team. If you in Carson, you play for Carson. You in LA, you play for LA. Gardena. Now, you know, you turn that kid into a celebrity, and then all of a sudden, you over here they shopping around with your homies that you coach with, and they like, oh, I got your player over here. And you like, wait, what happened? Talk to the parents. They're like, well, I just didn't like this. I didn't like that. But we're winning, got a winning record, blowing teams out, giving out donuts. Ain't really no real reason for you to leave. And they just messed the game up, in my opinion, the millennial parents.
Well, I see it like this. I feel you. But at the same time, I'm thinking of putting myself in that position. If it's my kid, I'm going to put my kid in the best place that's for them. And I don't owe anybody any explanation with regards to that.
True.
So if I'm with a coaching staff and I feel like it's not developing my kid, or I don't approve of the culture, I can move my kid. Now, what I don't like is when cats move their kids from one place to another place just because they feel like the team is already popping.
Because they know they think they're going to win.
When they're going to win a ball. I don't like that. You know, like the whole Kevin Durant thing. Left the Thunder to go with Golden State. After y'all was on, they had Golden State on their knees with the pistola to their temple. And then you went and joined them. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's that. So, you touched on some of the coaches that you coached with. Mm-hmm. Which coaches do you think had the greatest influence on your coaching these days?
Coach Fly.
Coach Fly.
Hands down. No other coach. I mean, don't get it twisted. I got a lot of game from K-Mac about having, you know, zero attitude towards parents and kids, chasing studs and all. I got a lot from him. I got a lot from Snoop on the offensive side. Like, everybody don't think Snoop be coaching, but Snoop will get on you. He
does. No, honestly.
He watch playbooks. He get into the playbook. He's serious with his offense.
Back in the days when we were with Orange County, and I can't remember the situation, but I was able to be at one of his practices, and I saw the way he coached the offense. And I told him, like, you know, man, you really doing this thing.
Yeah, he people don't give him the credit that he deserves, but I got a lot of things from him from offense. But ultimately, Fly is who groomed me to be the coach I am today as far as everything, because he showed me the little stuff, like how to run a proper practice. Like, some dudes don't even know how to run a practice. You can go to practice, you'll be running in circles all day playing 3 flags up. He showed me how to break it down into different sections, how to do individuals, how to do stretches, how to whatever. He showed me everything it takes to be a good coach. And then we won a championship together, and he left me with a lot of kids, including my son. and he left me with a team. So, if anything, he gave me my most game from the Snoop League and from football, period.
So you wanna salute to Priest Brooks, Coach Fly.
He still give me game to this day.
Right, without question. So you mentioned you were on the staff when he won the Super Bowl?
Yeah, we won in 2010 against the Demos, Coach G. Ant and the Demos. That was our first one. We lost 2009 to Coach G, rest in peace, and Dre. They beat us. In 2008, we got put out by, I believe it was you, or it was either you or Crenshaw, one of them, when we was at the Home Depot Center. That was my first year.
Right.
I think you won it in the Home Depot Center that year.
A couple times.
Okay, the Cowboys.
Sir.
You was the Cowboys.
Okay.
You beat us that year. And following year, we lost to Compton. And then 2010, we won it. And in 2011, I broke off with myself, with Coach Rick, my bro. And then we lost to He-Man and Katrina in the Super Bowl. And then the following year, Snoop came back. We played He-Man and Katrina again. We lost. And then we beat them finally when Sammy came over.
So you lost in the regular season to beat them in the Super Bowl, or that was the second?
That was the same. That happened twice. That happened two times. Whoever will win in the season will lose the Super Bowl.
Right.
So if you won in the season, you shouldn't. If you go 10-0, you know you're gonna lose the Super Bowl.
I mean, it kind of seems like that sometimes. Yeah, for sure.
That's how it was.
So me myself, I got into coaching because my son started playing football. What about yourself? You have any kids and do they ball?
Yeah, in 2008, when I first started, I went to a camp at it was in Montclair or somewhere around there, or Diamond Bar, and Snoop and them had the Steelers out there. They just had left the Rolling Raiders or whatever. I don't know if I think it was the Rolling Raiders. They came to the Steelers, and I shot up there to go check out the camp. And as my kids was running around, I just kept being vocal. And Deacon, my boy Deacon, hit me like, "Why don't you coach?" And I'm like, "Coach?" You know, I never thought about it before, but I did it before with flag, and I've never like tackled or nothing. So he's like, "Why don't you coach?" I'm like, "I'll try it." Got out there and loved it, and I ain't stopped since. It's 2024.
So how many years you been coaching?
About 16 seasons.
You got any kids in college or pro right now that you individually coach?
Well, my son is in college. He graduated with his master's from Nevada. And he put his bid in to go to the NFL this year. They still ain't made the call. You know, we walking around with our cheeks tight. You know how it gets around here, like waiting for a scholarship or something. But you just waiting for the call. God willing, it happens. If it doesn't, you know, he got a master's degree. He can do whatever he wants. You know what I mean? So it's a win-win for us, regardless. The NFL have been icing on the cake if they call. They possibly still can. But if they do, it's icing on the cake. But if not, we're happy with what he did because he already won a couple bowl rings, high school rings. He did it all.
And he was a baller for sure. Yeah. Indeed, without question. Yeah. So now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this thing. Let's talk about the SYFL. So, how many levels you think gonna be competitive? What is gonna be the turned up levels at the SYFL this year?
The most turned level from what I'm seeing right now is gonna be 9U.
So what teams are in 9U?
It seems like they got so much heat in 9U. You got the Chiefs, you got the Rams, you got the Raiders, you got the Buckeyes, you got the Watch Dolphins. I'm not saying that they all got a squad. Are you asking me how many teams? You asking me which ones are on?
No, which one gonna be about that life?
Raiders, Chiefs, 49ers, Rams. And I might give Baldwin if they got a 9U. I'm not sure if they got one. They always in the loop. Maybe Carson, but I'm not positive about everybody else. But I know you better watch out for them Raiders. They coming deep. 49ers coming deep. Chiefs always got a squad. And that's what I see.
So the Chiefs, man. Think about the Chiefs. You remember back in the days, they used to have the Compton Vikings. Mm-hmm. Are the Chiefs on the level of what the Compton Vikings used to be back in the days?
Nah. I think the Vikings is a little bit more official. And it's not taken away from Joe, taken away from the Chiefs. But the Chiefs they were brought up, they came up on others' downfalls, if I must say. I don't want to say it like that.
What you mean?
COVID hit.
Elaborate, yeah.
COVID hit.
Okay.
Boom. A lot of teams tapped out. Like, we ain't going to play. That's when Joey hit it hard. He was out there hustling, recruiting. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking him. I'm not saying nothing wrong with it. But he had basically every kid on that side of LA, in my opinion. And that's why they became a dominant factor. And then they moved forward and they started whooping ass. Oh, let me take that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll go ahead.
They moved forward. They started doing their thing. And they didn't stop because the kids ended up staying there. They were, it was kids from different teams all joining with him. And they ended up staying with him. So that's how they ended up being dominant like that. And it was good coaching over there. They got good coaching. So it was an easy win for the parents to be like, you know what? I like these coaches. They into it. They into the kids. Like, it was an easy call for the parents, in my opinion. But now that all the kids is leaving.
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah. They got kids that's bouncing. I know for sure on a couple levels that some of them kids already left.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, that's breaking news, man. I heard about a couple people moving, but is it to a major degree like that?
It's like I know about my level. I'm 10U. Last year, 9U Chiefs, we played them in the second round of the playoffs. They were decent. They beat us by a touchdown. Last quarter, they scored on us. Boom. This year, they lost 8 of their starters. 10U, they're 10U now. They was 9U last year. 10U Chiefs lost 8 of their starters. I'm Linwood. We lost 4 or 5 of our starters. Everybody at 10U gonna be leveled out.
So where everybody going?
Raiders.
That's the new thing, the Raiders, huh?
They went. Last year was the 49ers. This year's the Raiders.
So from my understanding, a lot of the 49er chapter, a lot of the teams and coaches, kids from the Niners
went to the Raiders. Yep. And a lot of them 49ers kids, they done picked up kids from Long Beach, from Linwood, from Watts, from everywhere, and they putting together something crazy.
So y'all gonna be able to hang with it? But it sounds like it's a lot of heat at that level.
The thing is, me, I'm gonna recruit regardless. Like, if your kid is there or they not there, I'm still gonna have a team regardless. And I still got my MVP and my defensive MVP. I got everybody's worst nightmare, number 17 on 10U.
So you coach offense or defense?
I coach the offense. I run the offense.
Okay, so you be putting up the numbers, lighting up the scoreboard.
When I'm calling offense, we averaging 35 or better, and we giving out donuts. So last year I didn't call the offense. We still were giving out donuts. We didn't blow teams out like that because it was a new coach, new kids. He had to get used to them and all that. So it was just little this and that. I didn't call offense. I was just overseeing everything.
So y'all one of the top teams.
We were Final Four last year.
What about this year?
I mean, with all the moving around, I can't really say.
So who do you think is going to be the teams to look at your level this year?
49ers, because I know the kids over there. The Raiders, because I know the kids over there. Us, and the Chiefs. I'm going to go ahead and throw Baldwin in there because they got the same team. They added some players. They're going to be decent. Carson added some players. They're going to be decent. Bird.
So this is a real question right here. Are there any competent coaches at your level? Which coaches do you have the most respect for? Who do you think can put a game plan together to have you thinking and have you leaking at your level?
I'm going to say the Raiders.
The Raiders who's the who are the coaches in the Raiders? Who's the head coach?
Well, the reason why I'm saying the Raiders because they used to be the reps. When I first got to play them, they were the reps.
But the reps still exist though, right?
But they left them. They was there the first year. That was 8U, so that was I'm going to say 2 years ago. When we played the reps in the first round of the playoffs, they put us out. Boom. Then the next following year, they all went to the 49ers. Boom. This year, they're at the Raiders. Same kids, same coaches, newer kids.
They won the bowl last year?
They won the bowl.
Oh, yeah, well, they got to be real.
They're real.
So you got the reps. Who else?
The reps at my level, the coaches from the reps split up, but then half of them went back to Carson. Your boy
Mike Evans?
Nah, Mike Evans and them split up. They split up with Chaz and I forgot. They got the left-handed quarterback.
But that's a good coaching staff.
I like Chaz. I like his style. I give him credit on that. He got a good style. We played him 7-on-7. They popped us in the little owl tournament. I just like his style. And we did a little all-star game together, so I got to meet him. and figure out how he did his offense. He decent. They're gonna be decent. The Raiders, Carson, Baldwin, and both Chiefs if they still got him.
Well, you heard it here, right now. Coach White Mike put it out there, the top teams. We're going to see how that manifests. So I'm going to get off the SYFL just for a minute. By the way, who's your favorite NFL team?
Steelers.
Oh, you a Steeler fan?
Yeah.
What y'all had popping off this year?
We had a lot of new quarterbacks coming in, a lot of new players coming in.
Wait, who gonna be your starting quarterback? Fields or your boy up out of Seattle?
They're gonna go with Russell. They gotta go with Russell. He's a vet. You know, I mean, it just depends on how they act. It just depends on who plays better. I feel like they should do it week to week. I mean, if it's him, whoever. It don't matter to me as long as we winning.
I don't dislike the Steelers, so I'm not mad at you on that. Personally, I'm a Tennessee Titan fan. You know what I'm saying? But as long as you didn't say you like the Raiders or the Cowboys, you're all right with me. Those are the two teams that's a no-go for sure. So before we get out here, if you have a message to everybody else in the league, what would that be?
Keep it about the kids this year. You know, everybody ain't gonna go to the league tomorrow. Make it fun for everybody. When you walk past somebody, say hi, smile, you know? Let's take it back to the days where everybody was happy with each other. Let's just be back to normal. Keep the SYFL going like it is. Protect the brand at all costs, you know? And just make it fun again this year. Make youth football fun again this year. Let's have fun.
Yes, Sirski. I couldn't have said that any better. So there you have it. Another episode of GraveDigga Football TV. Until the next time, stay tuned in and stay turned up.